Hello. In our Parashat Teruma, we start reading about the mitzvah of building the Mishkan. Part of the Mishkan is that there is a differentiation between different levels of sanctity, of Kedusha. We have the Chatzer of the Mishkan, we have the Kodesh, and we have Kodesh HaKodashim. And between the Kodesh, where the vessels, the menorah, the Shulchan, and Mizbeach HaKtoret are, and Kodesh HaKodashim, where the Aron is, we have the parochet, and the Torah says, "Havdala parochet lachem ben hakodesh uven kodesh hakodashim." The parochet comes to separate the kodesh from kodesh hakodashim. The Meshech Chochma, Rabbi Meir Simcha Cohen Midvinsk, realizes that there's a special word here. It doesn't say that the parochet comes just to differentiate between the kodesh and kodesh hakodashim, but rather it says, "Havdala haparochet lachem." It's for you. What does it mean that this differentiation between the Kodesh and the Kodesh HaKodashim is lachem? So the Meshech Chochma says that from God's perspective, there is no difference between Kodesh and Kodesh HaKodashim. Melo chol haaretz kvodo. Hashem dwells everywhere. For him, everything's equal. The whole differentiation between Kodesh and Chol is something that comes from our perspective. We need the different levels. We need, from the human perspective, there's a big difference between Shabbat and the other days of the week. There's a big difference between Kodesh HaKodashim and the Kodesh and the rest of the world that isn't as holy. There is the possibility to connect to Hashem, the possibility to have a meaningful and highly spiritual life depends on the fact that we do have this differentiation, that we do know we have these areas in our life geographically and also looking from the perspective of time, that we have different aspects of life. We have the chulin, the profane, and we have the holy. We have the parts of our life that are completely kodesh. If we think that everything is going to be the same, so then we won't have kedusha. We won't have kedusha in our lives. It's very important to have, when we come to Shabbat, we have kiddush at the beginning and havdala at the end. If we wouldn't be able to come and say, this is a special time, so then Shabbat would just be another day. We say in the Tfilot Yeladim in Shul, we say, Mi ohevet Shabbat, right? And then the children's song continues saying, "Az lama lo kol yom Shabbat." We wish every day would be Shabbat, but really, if every day would be Shabbat, so we wouldn't have a Shabbat. We wouldn't have this the inspiration to search for the holy. We wouldn't be feeling the significance of holiness. It would all just be one big mishmash. In order to have holiness in our life, it's only to be part of to connection to Kodesh, we need to have this separation. We need to have exact times and places that are Holy of Holies, Kodesh HaKodashim. We know that this is on a different level, and we can prepare for that. We can plan the way and the times that we make it to this Kodesh. And this can afterwards affect the rest of our life and help it rise and become more meaningful. Someone who has a meaningful Shabbat in his life, so then the rest of the days become important because they prepare for Shabbat. If someone has a specific time for learning Torah, so then it becomes an important part of his life. He has Kedusha within his life, and the rest of the time he can prepare for it, he can think towards it, he manages to plan his day in such a way that Kodesh is an important part of it. If someone plans and Tefillah is an important part of their life, so they have designated times in which they manage to rise from the Chol. V'hivdila haparochet lachem ben hakodesh uven kodesh hakodashim. It's so important for us during our day-to-day lives to have designated times that are Kodesh. Shabbat Shalom.